Are you looking for a build that has the potential to one-shot people? And do you enjoy playing the stealth assassin archetype? Then stick around, because this build might be something for you. I'm talking about the Dagger pair one-shot build that has the potential, if executed correctly, to literally one-shot people and kill your enemy instantly. This is going to require teamwork, so your partner also has an important role to play. Basically, what you are going to do is you are going to load up your E-spell from the weapon with a lot of damage stacks, and you are going to unleash it on a silenced target. Your partner will silence a target first, and then you are going to execute your combination. So the target will be defenseless, and he has no time to pop any defensive spells. First, I will explain the build in detail, talk about the specific spells you are going to use. Then after, I will talk about the partner's build and the role that he has to play. And then after, I'll share some thoughts about targeting, who you should be targeting first. And lastly, I'll show you some Hellgate footage that I did together with my friend. So let's dive into the build. Weapon of choice here is the Dagger pair, and you want to be using the Assassin Spirit as the Q. Why Assassin Spirit? It loads up with stacks. You can get 3 stacks in total, and whenever you have these 3 stacks around you, you'll be dealing 18% more damage. It's 6% damage per stack. After a while they disappear, and you can just toggle it on again. There's no cooldown in between toggles. Keep in mind, whenever these stacks are active, you will take around 4% more damage, so you are more vulnerable. For your W, you're going to need Chain Slash, and Chain Slash is going to work as an executioner. Should your target still be alive after the initial impact, then Chain Slash is a perfect spell to do some extra damage to finish off your opponent. You will slash through your enemies while staying invisible to deal around 560 physical damage. For your E, Slit Throat, this is our main damage dealer. It deals very high physical damage, and it deals damage instantly and also over time. The initial impact deals 75% damage, and afterwards your enemy will bleed for another 25% damage over time. Also, it consumes your Assassin Spirit stacks. The more stacks on you, the more damage it does. At 3 charges, it deals 2341 damage. It also has a quite short cooldown of only 15 seconds, which is really important because you can do another combination really quick after your first, should the target still be alive or should they have defended the combination. For passive, it does not really matter. You won't be dealing a lot of damage through basic attacks. I would go for Deep Cuts or Aggressive Rush. Aggressive Rush increases your damage after 4 attacks, and Deep Cuts will deal another bleeding over time. Moving on to our chest piece, we are going to use the Assassin Jacket because of the ambush spell. Ambush turns you invisible for 8 seconds, During that invisibility you are going to gain damage stacks, and the longer you stay invisible, the more stacks you will get, up till 10 stacks. The next attack outside that invisibility is going to do 40% more damage, which will contribute to our E damage output. It will look something like this. You pop your ambush, now you are invisible, you gain stacks up till 10, that is the maximum. Then you should proceed to the next step of the combo, which I will show you in just a second. Keep in mind, you got to be close around your character profile. If you get outside a specific radius, you will turn visible. Let's say I walk to this side and boom, I'm visible because I got outside the radius. So whenever you use ambush, make sure you stay within a decent amount of distance around yourself. So on to the next part of the combo. After ambush, you want to use the Mark of Sacrifice on the Hellion shoes, and this will allow you to mark an enemy for 2 seconds. During that mark you are also invisible, and after 2 seconds you will automatically dash, teleport towards your target, and your damage is increased by 35% for 4 seconds. Also, this is a damage multiplier contributing to our E spell. A few things about the Mark of Sacrifice. When you mark a target, they will hear a sound, and they also get a X above their head, so they have visual confirmation as well as an audio confirmation that they have been marked. Keep that in mind. That awareness can be quite important for your enemy to pop a defensive or counter spell. It will look something like this. Also, you can cancel the channeling whenever you want, should you want to cancel your teleport. For helmet, go for a Spectre hood. It has Flash of Insight, which instantly resets the cooldown of your armor's ability, which in this case is another ambush at our disposal. Very convenient. Should you fail your first combo, should he not be dead, then you can use your ambush again to go either for a second combo or use it defensively whenever you have to retreat and reset with your partner. One thing to keep in mind, should you fight against other players that have ambush, and you will find many warbows that use Assassin Jacket in there, they can quite easily cancel your combo by just turning invisible whenever you are loaded up with stacks. However, they have to wait 1 minute for another ambush. You have a second ambush at your disposal and you can launch a second attack before they have their ambush up. For passives, go with Balanced Mind. It increases your damage and also it reduces incoming damage. Quite important to have. The same goes for the Assassin Jacket and for the Hellion shoes. I am running a Thetford cape. It does a chain lightning attack every 15 seconds released by a normal attack. This can help you execute your target whenever you drop your combo on him. It has a low cooldown as well. Quite handy to have. Limhurst cape could be convenient as well, but often you will find that the battles you are having won't last that long. I never have any mana issues, energy issues, so I prefer the Thetford Cape. Obviously go for a beef stew because it increases our combat damage for a period of time, and I like to keep poisons with me because I am going in with a healer, and with a poison I can also try and finish off low HP enemies, which also reduce their resistance. And always go for siphoned energy. If you can afford breaking your gear, it helps you get some extra item power within the Hellgate. Alright, time to test our combo. I'll show you what a full combo with maximum damage looks like. We are going to start our Qs. Whenever we have 2 stacks, we are going to pop ambush. We're gonna get maximum stacks from ambush. After 10 stacks of ambush, you are going to use the Mark of Sacrifice. It teleports you towards the enemy. You use your slit throat, and usually that's all she wrote. It will look something like this. 1 stack, 2 stacks, go invisible, wait till 10 stacks. Now use Mark of Sacrifice, you teleport, and boom, one-shot it, dead. This is the potential the build has. Obviously this character is not very high spec, does not have any high gear on him. Usually whenever they survive they still have some HP left. That is when you can start your W, or throw a poison, or just do some basic attacks. That should usually get the job done. Should he still be alive, you can just use your helmet and you have another full combo at your disposal. So now that we know what we have to do, let's take a look at our partner's build, because our partner has a very important role to play. He needs to silence a target before I can go in. Why? A silenced target is defenseless, it cannot cast any defensive abilities and is therefore completely vulnerable to our attack. Therefore our partner should be running a demon helmet with hush on it. This allows our partner to silence an enemy with his next basic attack. During that period of silence you have plenty of time to come in, do your damage and get out. Another thing your healer or partner has to do is throw a poison before you come in with your damage. He can either silence and then throw a poison, or throw a poison and then silence. Why? The poison, it reduces the enemy's resistances, and it also deals true damage per second over time. This is going to be beneficial for your damage output as well. Furthermore, I like my partner to have blink. Blink is a nice gap closer. Should you have trouble getting in range to silence someone, you will find teams that are very cautious, they stay on the outside, and whenever I am loading up my stacks, we need to take action, and the blink can help your partner get in that range. I like to go in with a healer, therefore my partner is wearing a nature staff. He can heal me whenever I'm in trouble and also heal himself. A healer is often getting focused, so as long as they focus him, I can focus on my own combos, which is a very powerful combination. You could also try and go in with another DPS. I haven't tested it yet. I'm very comfortable with having a healer with me in there, so therefore I choose a healer. You could go with Cleric Robe, that has Everlasting Spirit, and for passives, all aggression on the cloth pieces. Time to see the build in action, but before I do that, there's one more thing we need to talk about, and that is targeting, because who are you going to target in there is quite important. Always inspect both enemies and then choose which enemy is going to be more vulnerable to your damage. It can be the healer or the DPS. Usually pick cloth over plate because cloth has less defense on it, and usually pick a target that has the least defensive spells on him. Sometimes you will need to switch targets. For example, you try the combo on the healer, he lives another day, go try the second combo on the DPS. This is something you just have to practice and find out for yourself. I will play the footage with the in-game audio muted because me and my friend, we speak Dutch. You might not understand the things we are saying, but if you watch the entire video, you will have a good understanding of what's going on in there. You will see us inspecting, you will see us positioning, you will see us targeting, and you will see us execute our combinations. Enjoy the footage. Please let me know what you think of the build. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me.
Tyle.